Last week, you discovered that you are a pattern aware of itself. But here is the next question. Does that pattern see reality as it truly is, or does it see a reconstruction? The answer was figured out 2.5 centuries ago by a quiet professor in a small Prussian city. In 1781, Immanuel Kant published a book that changed philosophy forever, Critique of Pure Reason. His insight was simple but devastating. You never see reality directly. What you call reality is the output of your own mind, processing inputs through built-in structures it cannot turn off. Kant called this the Copernican turn in philosophy. Until then, philosophers had assumed the mind conforms to objects. Kant argued the opposite. Objects, as you can ever know them, conform to the mind. Kant argued that space and time are not out there waiting for you to find them. They are not containers of the world. Instead, they are the pre-installed operating system of your mind, the fundamental forms your perception imposes on raw sensory input to make any experience possible. You cannot perceive anything without locating it in space and time, because that is the grid your mind uses to organize all incoming data. The same applies to concepts like causality, substance, and identity. These are not features you discover in the world through observation. They are the cognitive tools, the categories your mind uses to build a coherent world out of chaotic sensation. 2 centuries before neuroscience existed, Kant reasoned his way to what brain scientists would later confirm with instruments. Your visual cortex actively constructs a 3-dimensional world from 2 flat, inverted images on your retinas. Your conscious sense of now is a sophisticated illusion stitched together from sensory inputs that actually reach your brain at different speeds. The color red is not an intrinsic property of a photon's wavelength. It is a label, an experience your brain generates. You do not see reality. You see your brain's best, internally generated model of reality. This leads to a profound and unsettling split in reality. Kant called the world as it appears to you, the world structured by your mind, the phenomena. This is the world of science, of art, of everyday life. It is empirically real and objective because we all share the same fundamental cognitive structures. But what about the world as it actually is, independent of any mind? Kant called this the noumena, or the thing in itself. And here is his most radical claim. You will never reach the noumena. There is a permanent veil between your experience and ultimate reality. This is not a failure of technology or intelligence. It is a fundamental limit of being an observer. Every act of perception, every thought, every scientific measurement must run through the same mental filters. You cannot step outside of your own mind to see what the world looks like without it. Reality, for any known observer, is always reality as filtered. Reality as structured. And this is the thesis of this series. Reality, as you can ever know it, is not raw substance. It is structure. It is information. It is the patterns your mind builds across time. Kant guessed this in 1781. Physics is still catching up. Next week, the strangest discovery in modern physics, that empty space is not empty, the vacuum. Subscribe to Synapse Bytes. We continue.